It's a new day. Yesterday is gone. You can't relive yesterday. You can't go back in time and relive everything that you've done. Perhaps you've undo some things. Some things you keep the same. Either way, none of us can do that. Each day is a new day. Each day presents itself with new opportunities, both good and bad. Some not necessarily good or bad. Kind of neutral, we'll say for now. It's just things. And whatever comes your way, you only have to deal with it for that day. You may say, what do you mean? I have to have a mortgage. I'll be dealing with this every month for the next 25 years. Or I have kids, they're young, and I have this, and I have school, and I have debt, and I have loans to pay, and I have this. Still, each day, you're only responsible for that day. You can only do and make changes within that 24-hour period. And then another day appears. Without fail, everyone's given the same 24 hours every day. Everyone's been given something. What are we doing what we were given? Are we making the best of our time? Are you worried about tomorrow? You're still in today. You and I cannot take 1 hour forward, let alone 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 100 years. We can't go into the future. We can't speed up time, and we can't slow it down. We must embrace it for what it is. That is, you're the master of your time. You're in control of your decisions you make. They are yours and yours alone. You may have gotten in a fight, oh, but he started it. That may be true. Decisions are still made. You are still in control. You can hit the person back or not. You can stand there or you can run. You can finish the fight or you can forgive and walk away like it never happened. Turn the other cheek. Can we even do that today? Is our heart so hardened that we can't do that? We want to go back to the old covenant, the Old Testament, the old way of things, an eye for an eye. It was different back then. Yeah, life was different. We were different. But one thing remains. God. The same yesterday, today, and forever. He never changes. Our source is always the same. Our source never runs out. Our source is also our creator. Our source is the very one who made us, designed us with a purpose. You have a purpose in the decisions you make. Be part of that outcome. A good part of it. The decisions you make today will affect your tomorrow. If you're given tomorrow, if I'm given tomorrow, no one's promised tomorrow. We only have this day. Only have this time right now. Make the most of it. Make the best of it. It is a new day. So what about yesterday? I can't relive it. Yet some people keep reliving their past. They go back to the person who hurt them They go back to that experience that crippled them, that hurt them, that crushed them in their spirit. And you relive it. And it's if it happens again. Only you're in today. You didn't go back in time. You're not able to. But the enemy of your soul has a way of bringing up the things you've done. The accuser of the brethren. And he says, guilty. Remember, you did this, you did that. You're not worthy. You're not good enough. You can't. Lies, lies, lies. Once you know the enemy's speaking to you, it's an automatic lie. I bet Eve wished she knew that. In the garden, he lied. You won't die. You'll be like God, knowing good and evil. That was part of a truth and part of a lie. When he said he won't die, there was actually something worse than death that happened. Sin passed on to all mankind. And God has to now come down and live inside his creation, the only one that can live a perfect life, in order to die for this condemned flesh that's judged. The fallen nature. Eve wishes she can go back and make that decision again. So does Adam. But they can't. And here we are. The question is, what will you do with the choices you will face? And yes, there will be an enemy. There will be someone speaking to you. Don't listen. Someone will be lying to you. Don't believe the lies. You know, it takes faith to break out of the box. It takes faith to step out into the unknown. It takes faith to proclaim you're healed when you're not. It takes faith. But faith can move a mountain. Faith can change things. Each day you're given the same measure of faith. A measure of faith, let's say. What will you do with it? You can make it grow. You can invest it. You can expand it. Or you can bury it. Pretend you don't have it, or be lied and told you don't have it. Because if you're lied to and you believe it, then you believe the lie. So there is nothing to obtain. There is no hope. If the enemy's lied to you and told you can't do it. That's a lie. How do you know? How many times have you tried? I was told, and I experienced at a young age, that I could not ride a bike. Because every time I got on it, from when I was 5 years old till 12 years old, 7 years, I kept trying. My aunt one time said, "Oh, don't worry," at 10 years old. We'll you leave me here the next day or two. And you come back, you'll be riding a bike. No. I was on it. Oh, I tried. I didn't sit in the corner and decide not to. I tried, but I failed. Why? Because I believed what I experienced. Every time I tried, I fell. It hurt. If I did it in front of people, they laughed. If I did it by myself, it bothered me. It told me, it convinced me, see, you can't ride it. So I got on it and tried again, and I went a little bit and fell. See, you can't ride it. 12 years old, still not able to ride a bike. My brother, 5 years old, already riding a bike and riding it well. Riding it fast even. We were both hyper.